quite a game today in the last stop of the Takeover Tour with Boston and Ottawa meeting up. And here to discuss it all and break it down, we have Dub Hockey's Chris Sinclair. Welcome on in, Chris.
You're really looking forward to this, especially after that win.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was, going to be that exciting of a game, but it turned out to be a bit of a barn burner as Ottawa comes away with a huge 3 points, 2-1 over Boston. So one of the things that I know we wanted to touch on for Ottawa is their penalty kill.
Yeah, absolutely. That's been an obstacle for them all season long. League's worst on both sides of the puck when it comes to special teams. Heading into this one, especially last game, where they let in two power play goals in the final period, en route to that humiliating loss. This game, five more penalties. They were assessed five more penalties in this game. Three of them were in the first period. Just unbelievable. But at the end of the day, to be able to come away with no power play goals scored against them, that's huge. That's huge momentum for them to build off of heading into what is now a playoff run.
That's right. They're officially in a playoff spot. And of course, your most important penalty killer and a huge story in this game is goaltender Gwyneth Phillips. What did you make of her performance?
Yeah, I think it's worth pointing out, first of all, she was staring down the ice once again at her former teammate, Northeastern teammate in Aaron Frankel, and played outstanding. 27 saves in this game. There were a couple of saves she made where I thought she was down and out, and she made that save. She is a huge reason why they were able to make it through to that third period and really capitalize last minute. Without her in net, I mean, the fact that she's had to step up and step into this starter role rather unexpectedly, a lot earlier than everyone was expecting, and to be able to carry this team like she's done game in and game out is just remarkable to watch. But this is another great example of that, where Ottawa didn't deserve to be in this game, and she's the reason that they came away with those 3 points.
Yeah, both goalies were great, and it did make for, just a compelling viewing, knowing that they had played together and they're both going to be on Team USA. Who knows if Phillips might, get a nod. 29 saves on 31 shots for Aaron Frankel. So both goalies were great, and it was almost the proverbial sort of, 1-0, not much offense happening. But Tereza Vanisova again finding a way to get things done, and they came away with the points, which is the most important thing. Is that your main takeaway from this, from an Ottawa point of view?
Yeah, I would say, especially going back to their last game, 6-3 loss at home to New York. That was humiliating for them. You could tell that they were dejected afterwards, and rightfully so. For them to go in, and yes, we can talk about how they didn't deserve to necessarily be in this game for the majority of it. The fact that at the end of the day they're coming away with 3 full points rather than taking it to extras or losing in extra time, they came away with the big win. This is something that they needed. This is something that they needed to kind of get their find their mojo once again and to find their groove in order to make a stretch run for these last 4 games. These 4 games are going to be so crucial for them. They cannot have a repeat of what happened last year, where it went right down to the final game of the season. They can't do that again.
Yeah, it looks like some things are trending well, but there's kind of that Ottawa kind of mystique of not finding ways, but just things that don't go their way. You would have to say in this game, though, with review for Vanisova's first goal, maybe they got a break there, or at least, it didn't go against them, and a bounce off Megan Keller's foot for the winning goal. So that might be, trending in the right direction. Do you just have quick thoughts on how Vanisova's, what her role has been and how important she's been?
I mean, you could sum it up with just saying one word: savior. She time and again, she is the savior for this team. The thing with Vanisova is that you're often going to get, like, you do get a player who plays on the edge, so you are going to have to deal with some of those bad calls. Now, fortunately enough, in this game, she didn't get any penalties, so that's fantastic. But you sometimes do have that. But look at the skill set that she brings. Speed, it's so elusive, and the fact that she once again, and she scored 2 goals 32 seconds apart. She said, "We're not losing this game. I'm going to put this on my shoulders," and she ran with it. And she was the reason. I mean, outside of, as we've talked about prior, outside of Phillips, she's obviously the reason that they won this game. And it isn't the first time that she's been a big reason why the team wins a game. She's someone she's so important to this lineup, especially without having Razova in the lineup as well.
Exactly. So, yeah, we get to see a rematch of this game as the final one for both teams before the World Championship break. But great wrap up and just a really great game today for the Ottawa Charge, who move into a playoff spot.